All right, Aussies, it's time to wake up. You cannot say that you didn't know. You cannot plead ignorance because in this day and age, it is inexcusable to be ignorant. In this age of social media, where you can see what's happening in the world without relying on traditional mainstream media, you cannot say that you didn't know. People like me have been warning you for years that what's happening in Europe is going to happen in Australia, and it is happening in Australia in real time. And guess what? History is repeating itself. Check out this Muslim groomer busted in Sydney. The only difference is, and I have hope, that Aussie police is not going to go soft on them the way they did in the UK. So maybe our departments and our policing or our law enforcement agencies have learned their lesson, or maybe they're doing their best. But politically, we are making the same mistakes that the UK made. Check this out.
Police! Search warrant! Open the door! Police! Search warrant! Open the door!
Police search warrant! 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 Police search warrant!
The mainstream media didn't talk about this, guys. The mainstream media didn't talk about this. Alleged Middle Eastern gang associate charged with child grooming in Sydney. Same people, same methodology, same behavior, but we can't talk about this, or we cannot do anything about this, because God forbid, if you talk about multiculturalism or its evils, then you're a racist and a bigot. Mustafa Alameddin, 39 years old, who is related to members of the Middle Eastern syndicate of the same name, was taken into custody on Wednesday morning after allegedly trying to groom what he thought was a 14-year-old girl online. New South Wales police said interstate officers assumed the online identity of a teenage girl and allegedly had sexually explicit conversations with Alameddin, where he sent and requested explicit photos. So this was obviously a sting operation, which is a good thing, which means that our law enforcement agencies are doing okay to some extent, because in the UK, there are vigilantes who are doing these things. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. Remember this guy? This is Mohammed Haftar. Always the same people, same name, similar appearances, accused of gang raping and imprisoning a 14-year-old girl in Coburg, Melbourne, plus supplying her drugs, and look at this is the best part, has been granted bail and is walking free. So after committing a serious crime like that, you can still walk freely. You can still terrorize other kids. Haftar's bail was extended in Melbourne Magistrates Court today, despite the horrific child sex charges. Not done yet. Let me show you another one. A 28-year-old Middle Eastern man from Sydney's West has been sentenced to paltry 3 years and 3 months after he brought 3 mates to his Tinder date's home before all 4 brutally raped her. These people, guys, you got to understand one thing. This is a cultural problem. You cannot sweep it aside by saying that, oh, well, rapists exist in all cultures. No, these people have special contempt for Western women. Special contempt. They see them as piece of meat. This is the direct result of Islamic teaching. She came out and repeatedly cried, "No, I don't want to," as he ordered her into the bedroom and forced her to perform oral sex on 3 of them while she sobbed. One of the men then raped her twice. He watched and urged them to take turns as she begged them to stop. Guess what? This horrific crime, he committed that. And he only got 3 years, and I think he'll be out much earlier than that. So he was convicted of aggravated sexual assault in company. Arrogantly, he lodged an appeal, which was dismissed. He will be eligible for parole in October of this year. There you go. It's not even 3 years and 3 months. Woke judges, guys. Remember this case? I spoke about this. I'm glad a lot of people are talking about this. I think Malcolm Roberts or someone else, some One Nation politician actually spoke about it in Parliament. I don't know which house. An Iraqi refugee avoided jail after pleading guilty to child sex offenses involving a 14-year-old girl in Toowoomba. That's a very white area. The court heard he contacted the schoolgirl on Snapchat, drove her to a remote lookout and assaulted her. He received a 12-month sentence, suspended for 2 years after the judge cited exceptional circumstances. I don't know why these judges have so much sympathy for these people, including visa issues, time already spent in custody, and no prior criminal history, as though there's first time for everything. But because the sentence was under 1 year, his visa will not be automatically cancelled. That's the reason, guys. I remember there was a report where Victorian judges said that they were told by the Labour government, they were trained, those training modules, by the Labour government, that if they sentence foreigners for longer than a year, then our immigration department will have to deport them. So what they did, so basically they were saying, just don't sentence them more than a year. And there you go. And this is the tip of the iceberg, guys. This is going to keep increasing as we become more and more diverse, as we adopt more and more multiculturalism. Look at this. Look at this. This is happening in the UK. The only difference is the people of the United Kingdom are waking up and they're confronting these people. Watch this video. This happened in Dover.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dover's finest here, deciding to scare 10-year-old fucking children whilst they're walking home from school.
Look at this, smiling.
See these three lads? These here, scaring fucking children. Absolute fucking nonsense. They're scaring my child on the walk home from school, asking him if he wants to get in the car. Asking him if he wants to get in the car and fucking smirking him. He's 10 years old. Do you think that's the right thing to do?
Hey, slow down.
No.
Look at these fatties. They all live in the same house.
No, my son is fucking petrified. Don't tell me no and fucking calm down. I'm not going to have it. You're not going to fucking do it. It's fucking bullshit.
Calm my show.
Don't.
Calm the fuck down now.
You scared my 10-year-old child. You think I'm going to fucking calm down?
Slow down.
Speak slow down, please.
Don't do that.
Stop.
Look at him now. He's acting all tough. They all act tough.
No. Bullshit. This is evidence. I am not going to have any one of you fucking starting giving it all the aggression. Bullshit. You do not do it.
To who? Who done it?
Who done it? These three here. Three here.
He was fucking walking past.
How do they know who I'm talking about if they don't say anything to him?
Stop fucking shaking. Calm the fuck down.
Of course I'm going to shake. I've got adrenaline going through me.
Fuck you on your fucking adrenaline.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
prick.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bullshit.
Get the fuck out.
No.
You're going to do
What are you
that. Get
gonna
the
do?
fuck out of here, bro. Get the
What?
fuck out of here.
This is the fucking problem. Is this your son?
No.
Is this your son?
No.
So-
My son.
Friend.
10 of them live here.
Friends?
Friend, okay. Listen, guys, I don't have...
Probably went out. These guys came out running as if they knew what was going on. Is that another grooming operation or something? They're all friends. All of the, there's a mismatch of ages. They all live in that house. Maybe they were looking for a victim. And they were going to groom her and then they were going to gang rape, do what they all do. This just doesn't make any sense. Why are 3, 4, 5, 6 people in that house? And look, as I said, he's not his father. What age group are they? How are they friends?
Problem. Is this your son?
No.
Is this your son?
No.
So-
My son.
Friend.
Friends?
Friend, okay. Listen, guys, I don't understand.
All the children walking past here, and he thinks he can fucking invite them in the car and fucking scare them. How do you know who it is if you never said shit? And then how did you know it's that one? There is literally fucking hundreds of children walking past, and you know it was that one. You're talking shit. You're talking absolute fucking shit.
Oh, there's a woman there too. Australia, this is your future. At least the Brits are fighting back. There's no excuse. Look at these faces. Sex offender Mansoor Ahmed sobbed after being jailed for 6 months over a vile 14-minute threatening call to British Transport Police officer in which he vowed to stab officers and put acid on their faces. The 31-year-old from West London, this Londoner, who was previously jailed for sexually assaulting 2 women on the London Underground train, made the sickening threats on the 27th of May, claiming he saw red mist after his custody photo was released. Ahmed, who has a string of previous convictions, pleaded guilty at Inner London Crown Court to threatening communication and public order, blah, blah, blah. Look at this. The people of the UK, this is Scotland. They can't even protest at the moment. Watch this. This guy that the police is protecting, well, fair enough. I guess they have to protect him. He's staying in this place in a tiny town in Glasgow. Well, sorry, I don't know, I'm not that familiar with the suburbs or what do they call them, in Cranhill in Glasgow. The migrant raped a child, and he was also out on bail. So the police came to give him an escort to the court. The people are protesting and angry. They're, why is he released? Why is he put back in our community? Look at them. So you won't be able to even protest, guys. You won't be able to protest later on. Right now we can't, because our government is not as strong as they are in the UK in gaslighting the people. Protest, demand, remigration. These cultures don't mix. They have proven. I don't understand. How much more evidence do you need? We need mass deportations of every violent criminal, every foreign-born criminal, even if he's a citizen by naturalization. Deport him. And I'm saying that, you know, I am a foreign-born person. This is why Rupert Lowe just made this tweet. I read that Pakistan has set out its demands for taking back their Rochdale rapist, who's only one of hundreds. Here's the official Restore Britain response to the Pakistani government. You can piss right off. We would end all Pakistani visas. I'm telling you, this is their Achilles heel. Pakistani elite loves to go to London and spend their ill-gotten money fortune over there. They love it. They're not going to die on this hill. They're not going to not take them back at the expense of the Pakistani elite not being able to go to Europe or the UK. And we need to work together. It's not just them getting banned from the UK, the US, Australia, Europe, the EU, Canada, ban them from all over the Western world. They would take them all. They would say, you know what, bring them all in. Please don't let us. I'm remembering Sir Bill Browder's legislation that he introduced called the Magnitsky Act, which he obviously did at the back of Putin killing his Russian lawyer, Sergei Magnitsky, which motivated Sir Bill Browder to end his business career and become a full-time anti-Putin activist. And basically that legislation allows Western governments, and I think Australia has also approved the Magnitsky Act. If you are a corrupt third worlder or a Russian, you cannot bring your money. You cannot bring your ill-gotten wealth to our countries. So use that. Use the Magnitsky Act and start threatening corrupt Pakistani politicians like Nawaz Sharif and Shehbaz Sharif, and the entire political elite of Pakistan is corrupt. So you know what? They'll say, no. And their generals too, by the way. No. Send them all in. Send them all in. We don't care, because that's how they operate. But right now, they're actually demanding the UK government to release legitimate Pakistani dissidents like Adil Raja. They could actually ask Australia to hand me over too, because I'm a dissident too in a way. But they're not really after me at this point, because I don't really take interest in Pakistani politics. I don't give a shit about them. They can F right off. I don't care. But there are legitimate Pakistani dissidents who are living in the UK. For example, this guy called Adil Raja. He is a legitimate political dissident. So they're saying, give us those political dissidents and we'll take these groomers as well. No, you're in no position to make any demands. I know some people would say, yeah, give them up too. No. That's against our Western values. No, we're not going to do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to ban all of you corrupt elite politicians from entering not only just the UK, but also the entire Western world. We've got the Magnitsky Act. We do. We can use that against them. No more Pakistani immigration into Britain. Scrap foreign aid. I don't think the UK gives a lot of foreign aid to Pakistan, so that's not going to matter. Tax remittance, dividends into Pakistan. That's a big one. Pakistanis sent $4.5 billion. It might be a little bit different in pounds, because I was doing my research. It showed me the number in dollars. $4.5 billion US dollars to a poor country like Pakistan. They're going to give up $4.5 billion for these pedophiles? No, they won't do that. Again, as I said, they are in no position to make any demands. We would work with international allies to ensure that all Pakistani visas into those countries too are cancelled, along with ruthless trade sanctions. Oh, beautiful. Yes, that's what we need to do. Our deportation, NATO. I don't understand what that means. Britain will not be bullied or blackmailed by a rogue state that has supplied us with endless child rapists and pedophiles. Guys, the number is literally in their thousands, tens of thousands. A restored Britain government would retaliate with the full force of the British state. That's what we need to do, guys. That's what we need to do. And my dear Aussies, wake the F up. Those groomers are coming. They hate infidel, Western, white women. They hate them. This is what Islam teaches them. They're free. They're fair game. They're free meat. Remember what this top Aussie imam said about Western women, about Australian women almost a decade ago? We should have paid attention then. Remember this guy? Australian Muslim, 19 years old. 19 years ago, he said that. Wow, I remember this. This was, 2007. That's when he said it. Australian Muslim leader compares uncovered women to exposed meat. I think he was deported. Or maybe he wasn't, actually. I don't know what happened to him. Let's actually look it up. Was an Egyptian Australian imam of Lakemba Mosque, of all places, in Sydney, and a Sunni Muslim leader. What happened? Did he die? Oh, he died in 2023 in Egypt. Yes, he was deported. So he was deported back to Egypt. We need to do this, guys. We need to do this. Oh, how classic. In 1999, Hilali was charged and jailed after being convicted of being involved in smuggling goods from Egypt to Australia. In early 2003, Hilali's vehicle was stopped because an object... Guys, most of these people, they're criminals too. You know why they're criminals? Because they don't respect Western society. They see Islam divides the world into two paradigms, into two spheres. Darul Islam, the house of Islam, like Egypt or Pakistan, and house of war, Darul Harb, which means we are at war with these infidels. This is why they keep giving out these sermons after sermons where they tell you what they're going to do, how they're going to conquer the West. And we let them go in the name of free speech and multiculturalism. We have to be ruthless in our deportation. And once we start deporting these people, watch what happens. Half of them will self-deport. They'll be shit scared. They need to be scared of the Western might. They need to be scared.